There's a verse in the Quran that says Allah is the only reality. Everything else is an illusion. We come and we go like a ripple on a stream. Only a few are remembered beyond their times. It's because each of us does have a time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's the time when life is a part of your being.
Yes, sir.
You're alive. This is your time. This is our time. The question is, what do we do with our time? Because there's another generation. Depending on what we do with our time, that we can pass them the baton of time so that the struggle will continue until victory is ours. It is only vanity that makes us think that victory should come in the time of our lives. It is knowledge that allows us to see that when you have a problem as deep and complex as the problems that we have, it took years to put us in this condition. It's going to take years to get us up out of it. But each one of us has a work to perform during our lifetime. And if we are true to the gift that God has given us, if we are true to the principle of love, if we are true to the principle of love, then we will adore the ancestors who laid the foundation that we stand on today. And when we speak in our time, we speak for the dead that are gone and for the unborn generations yet to come. So there must be no weakness in our speech, no cowardice in our wisdom and the explanation of our wisdom. NCOBRA, Dr. Imari Obadeli, Queen Mother Audley Moore, all of those who have struggled for the ideas of nationalism and Pan-Africanism. I hope that God will give me words that will live longer than I, that will guide our steps going forward, because the division among us is our worst enemy. Vanity among us, the ego-killing ambitions and struggles of the ego to override what is in the best interest of us and we, because the ego always wants to express itself to the destruction of the group. Love is the only force that will put errant ego to rest. Love is the only force that will cause us to see how much of nothing I and we are as individuals, but how great we are when we can put our ego into submission to what is in the best interest of the whole. So I want to start from the back page of the final call. And I want to go over something in hopes that we can agree on, not religion.
Yes, sir. That's right. That's right. Right.
But universal principles that apply to every human being that walks on this planet. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, in the early 60s, came up with a program that he said was in accord with universal law and principles, that is backed by the teachings of God and the prophets and the sages and wise people that have come up in every generation among every people.
Yes, sir.
He put something out called What the Muslims Want.
Yes, sir.
He used the definite article, the. He was implying that old Islam had served its purpose.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
It was dominated by non-original people. They did the best they could because Islam is not a religion. Islam is the nature of God and the nature in which He created the human being. Every dog barks, no matter what the species is, because barking is a natural response from dogs. Every creature makes a sound that identifies it. And with that sound, that creature communicates with its own. And some make sounds that communicate to other species, not necessarily their own.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So when the lion roars, all species understand. It ain't my language, but that lion is talking to me. And I better understand what the lion is saying, because in it is a warning. No wonder the Bible said there's a lion asleep in Judah. Who's going to wake him? So those of us that are in the lodge or in the Masonic order, the lion's paw is the only thing that could raise the master architect from death.
That's right. That's right.
We are the lions of civilization.
Yes, sir.
That is memorialized in the desert of Egypt with the head of a black man on the body of a lion called Abu el-Haul, the father of everything. But the face of the lion is the face of a black human being. Napoleon was so upset with that nose that only we Africans, you know, of a certain type have that kind of nose. That's telling you something about who we are. The rest of the black family is awaiting our rise. So when we went to Mecca, we didn't go there to bow to another man's way of civilization. Because before they were, we are. Islam is not a religion that came with Prophet Muhammad 1,400 years ago. The latest expression of it came 1,400 years ago. It didn't even have a name prior to 1,400 years ago.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because it was and it is the nature of God and the nature in which He created the human being. You didn't have what they call religion. You exercise the nature of your being. And the nature of your being is to be upright. Not to be a thief, a liar. You were under thieves and liars for over 400 years. And they made us into themselves. So when you look at black people, you're looking at a creature.
Yes, sir. Look. Come on.
Made in America.
Right.
Made devils. Because that's what the enemy is. And he could not make you righteous because righteousness is not a part of his nature. And we have been under them so long, they have made us into themselves. So we are thieves today. We are liars today. We are murderers today. We are fornicators and adulterers today. We are freaks today. We are lesbians. We are homosexuals. We are transgender. We are queer. Whatever the white man is, that's what we are. Because he could only make us what he is.